So before I start this Easter weekend rant, I'm going to put this little disclaimer starting right now. Alright, so last week, I decided to come home from school, because it's Easter and I want to see my family and all that. So basically, we didn't do nothing on Easter. We just went to church Sunday and that was pretty much it. Because I had to go back that night, back to school. I had class Monday. But anyway, getting to the story, Saturday, me and my family go out to this Mexican restaurant that we always go to, and it got to the point where the manager knows us by name, and the waiters and stuff pretty much know exactly what we want. We always get the nachos and cheese because we just get the hot and whatever sauce, the red sauce that y'all get. Then we normally get one, we'll get cheese, and then we'll get the one without jalapenos. See, it's not a huge restaurant or nothing. It's just little Mexican restaurant. I mean, it's big enough, but still. And we they sat us in this little round booth place, and it was kind of like a big booth, and there was only 4 of us in my family. So we eventually got our food, ate, but we were just kind of sitting there, talking, having family time, because it's not that often that all 4 of us are together anymore, because I'm up at school. And so we were just talking about just how class has been going, what my sister's gonna do next year going to college, and just different stuff like that. That whole time there was just eyes on me, so I look up and there's this Caucasian lady just staring. I'm like, I was like, what you looking at? I was like, you ain't never seen black people in a Mexican restaurant before? She was making them faces they can't afford this place, why are they here? And I was like, whoa, it's 2012. I'm sorry, I didn't know that we still had segregation in places. Somebody need to come and inform me. She finished making her little faces and turned around, so I was just like, okay, but I don't think anybody in my family really picked it up. So we're just sitting there talking stuff. Me and my sister, just chilling there, just sitting on our phone, just playing Words with Friends, hanging with friends, Temple Run, the usual. And it was like a family, and there was another, I felt eyes in my head, again, just looking, and I look up again, and there's this old man looking at me from the same family, and making the same exact faces, so I'm like, what are you looking at? So, eventually, I think my mom picked it up, and she was like, why are those white people just staring at us like that? My dad's like, I don't know, and I was like, yeah, I noticed that too. My sister being as clueless as ever, just like, what are you talking about? And she's like, oh yeah, that lady over there, is looking at us. So I was like, yeah, I know. And so basically, my mom was like, you know what? Why should we have to move? And I was like, I know, right? I was like, why are they looking at us when all these other tables and booths are they're full, but little they know we've been there the shortest amount of time, and they gotta look at us like it's their fault that they're sitting there standing waiting on seats and stuff like that. Y'all see seats all around. We was the only black people in the restaurant at the time. I don't know if that's important to the story, but I'm just throw that out there. So basically, it got down to the point where my mom was like, you know what? We're not gonna move. Why would we move just so they can have a seat or whatever when everybody else been here longer? So basically what we did, we tried to be some typical niggas and just sit there and just, talk, have family time, just laugh and be all jolly and whatnot. I had a blast. It was really fun. Eventually the waiters, came and got them and directed them to some chairs and a regular table because their party was a little too big, and we happened to be taking up the biggest booth. But why should we have to move when we was there first anyway? But as they were walking away, I had a nerve to just look back at them and be like, yeah, that's get your ass in a regular seat. Assholes. I mean, what we look like getting up and we done just as much ready to eat there as anybody else in that restaurant. So after that, we basically just got up and left. There was no point of sitting there any longer. We had our fun. It was miserable. Everything's good. So thanks for watching my little Easter Sunday, Easter Saturday, whatever day that happened, rant. And keep subscribing, leave comments, tell us your stories, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.